On the third day of Christmas, the retro nerd gave to me a rip-off Star Wars game of Doom. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 12 Days of Star Wars, where I play Star Wars games, good, bad, shitty, mediocre. It doesn't matter as long as Star Wars is in the title and it's some way related to the movies, expanded universe, or anything like that. I'm going to be playing it. But anyways, this time around we are playing Star Wars Dark Forces for the PlayStation 1. If you could tell by my little song in the song I always do at the beginning of these episodes now, pretty much where I just sing, 12 Days of Christmas song, you know this is a blatant rip-off of Doom. Yep, that's what it is. But it's not a bad thing to be a rip-off of Doom, because Star Wars is one of the cool things that can be like, hey, let's do a Doom game, because there's modders that excuse me, that have been modding Doom since Doom's came out. I've seen Ghostbusters, I've seen Batman, so I've seen a lot of different mods, and Star Wars is not an odd one. But this isn't a mod, this is actually a full retail game that came out for the PlayStation 1 and PC. I probably believe the N64 as well. But yeah, so this, it's not so much a mod as it is now just a blatant ripoff. Because a mod is like you just took assets and then added in assets and made it your own. This is a blatant ripoff. But it's okay. Because Doom's a really fantastic and wonderful and awesome game, so it's not bad that you did that. The only problem I have with this is, for me, for some odd reason, when I play Doom, it seems like no matter where I point on the screen, as long as the enemy's on the screen, my bullets hit the enemy. Now, for some odd reason with this, it seems like I have to actually, somewhat put the gun in the general direction of the enemy. So like if I'm, lining up the sights and all that. And that kind of bothers me, because Doom doesn't have me do that. Then again, Doom's a little bit more run and gun than this being like, a little slow paced. Doom's a little faster paced than this. But I mean, it is Star Wars. I mean, gravity, I guess. I don't know. You're up in space. And again, you're down in hell, so, well, I guess in hell you run faster, in Doom's case. But that's the only problem I have with it, is like it's really slow paced. I actually have to somewhat aim with the sights, which is weird because that's never happened to me in Doom. As long as the enemy's on the screen and I shoot, I end up hitting them regardless. So other than that, I mean, the character models look fine. I mean, for what it is, it is pretty much just Doom, and Doom was limited at best at what it can do. So it's cool to see like stormtroopers and stuff like that, and replacing the zombies and the imp and the imps and all that from Doom. So, but it's a good game. Like I said, there's some shortcomings of it, but other than that, it's a fantastic game for what it can be, especially on what console it is on. I mean, just imagine if they did like something like this again, but with like the newer stuff that we have, all the new technology and all that. It'd probably be kind of cool, like if it was like a Doom 3 one or something like that. Oh yeah, so this game is part of the expanded universe. This is the first one where they introduced Kyle, I think his name was like Kyle something. Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn. So this is the first of his series, because he's got like 4 games that he's in or some shit like that. He's in Dark Forces, Dark Forces 2. He's in Jedi Outcast and Jedi Outcast 2, and then like Jedi Academy or some shit like that. But he's in a lot of them. Pretty much, he's like a Han Solo type character. He's a he's a rogue. He's an anti-villain. used to formerly work for the Empire, now helping out the Rebel Alliance. Because I guess maybe they pay more, I don't know. But also what's cool is he's the original person that stole the Deathstar plans and gave them to, you know, beam them over to Princess Leia. So, you know, Kyle is the reason why everything happens in A New Hope. So that's kind of cool, you know, explaining some of this stuff. And, well, not so much explaining like well, you know, who gave Princess Leia the Death Star plans. It's more like expanding the universe, you know, making it seem 10 times cooler and all that stuff. To the point where, like, you know, you got Kyle and then you got Luke, you know, so forth and so forth. It just adds more characters and it makes the story, you know, bigger and deeper and more rich in lore and, you know, all that stuff. So that's why I kind of like it. But for a Doom knockoff, I give it a solid B. Good performance, you know. Kind of sluggish the way you walk around, and the whole gun thing, it just bothers me. But other than that, it's a really good Doom knockoff for Star Wars fans. So if you haven't played Dark Forces, I recommend it. Play it. You can get it on the PlayStation Network. I think I paid like I think it was $5.99, maybe 10, anywhere from 5 to 10. But yeah, you can download it for your PS3 and play it on your PS3 and have fun. Especially, you know, with Star Wars coming up soon on the 18th. You know, you gotta play some Star Wars games. Because if you don't, I mean, what are you, some kind of loser?
This is too easy.
But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd, and you know how I like to end these videos. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do that one anymore. You know, since we're doing Star Wars, why not end it this way? May the Force be with you.
Kyle delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed. But even as the Alliance celebrates this victory, another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the Rebellion.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Mock.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi Knights. At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is TAC base to anybody out there. Please, we're under employee attack. They're everywhere. There was no warning at all. Total devastation. They broke through our shield. They broke through our shield!
TAC base was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city, as well as the rebel staff, were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance. He has supplied us with information on the development of a new Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
This could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander, and may the Force be with you.